station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Tonight at 10, could the Washington Commanders be returning to the district? The mayor is hopeful as a bill to give DC control of the team's old site crosses a major hurdle.
You have to get that land into productive use, and that's what this transfer represents.
But would people living near the RFK Stadium welcome change? As you'll hear tonight, it's a mixed bag.
And families in Loudoun County meeting face-to-face with the school superintendent. The concerns parents have amid controversy over the response to sexual assaults.
And good evening, everyone. High pressure is taking over. We're sitting under clear conditions. That will continue into your Thursday. We are watching a coastal low. It will bring rain back to the region. Forecast coming up.
And a cyber attack shakes up MGM Resorts. 10 days later, hear how future hotel guests could be impacted.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us tonight for DC News Now at 10 o'clock. I'm Thasmeen Mahfouz.
Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Flanagan, and tonight it's all eyes on the future of the old RFK Stadium. The House Oversight Committee advanced a bill today that would give DC a 99-year lease to control the land in and around that site. If passed, the bill could bring the Washington Commanders back to the district while adding new affordable housing and businesses to that area.
Yeah, and debate over whether that's the right thing to do really centered on what it could mean for people who live in D.C.
But the taxpayer shouldn't be forced to put their capital at risk for no potential return.
If they want to spend local D.C. funds on a stadium, they should have the authority to do so.
Incredible memories for me. Everyone came to East Capitol Street on Sundays to celebrate the football team.
Now, if control of the site is handed over to the district, well, that could impact a lot of people in Kingman Park. That's the neighborhood where RFK Stadium's at.
That's right. Our Mariel Carbone is outside the site tonight with mixed reaction.
We certainly heard some mixed reviews from neighbors on if they want to see a new stadium here or not. But the mayor made it clear today that there is not a done deal yet. In fact, today's vote actually made it possible for more development beyond just a stadium to be built here. For the last several years, this stadium has sat vacant.
My fathers, my uncles, my mother, they've been there, but never for me.
Shonda Harris would like to see that change.
Absolutely.
Harris lives just blocks from the defunct RFK Stadium site. She supports the idea of building a new stadium, luring the Commanders back to D.C.
You can build the Nationals and you can build D.C. United. You can build for the Commanders to come back home.
Commander Stadium.
So does Roberta Johnson, who has lived nearby for about 26 years.
It'll benefit the city, because right now the city doesn't get anything. They have our name and they have our memories, but that's it.
But not all neighbors agree. Concerns about traffic, a loss of surrounding recreation space, and taxpayer dollars funding a private sports team exist for many.
We don't have a deal.
Mayor Muriel Bowser says at this point, any stadium deal is speculative.
This vote today was about the transfer of the land and allowing that land to be used for more than a stadium. Actually, right now, if they hadn't taken this vote, the only thing that we could do on that land is invest in a stadium.
She says the district is currently studying if a stadium makes sense for RFK. Other possibilities for the space include more recreation facilities and affordable housing.
I don't want to see it go to waste, and not for another building, I promise you that.
And Friends of Kingman Park, that's a local civic organization, is actually looking for feedback from people who live in the surrounding neighborhoods about what they want to see happen here on this site. You can take an online survey and provide that feedback. That is at rfkfuture.org. And they're also holding an in-person forum next month. Reporting from outside of RFK Stadium, I'm Mariel Carbone, DC News Now.
And staying in the district, developing right now, D.C. police are investigating a deadly double shooting at a Northeast Park. Happened earlier today at Marvin Gaye Park. That's off Division Avenue and Foot Street. Investigators say 2 men were shot, 1 man died. We are working to learn more about the circumstances that led up to this shooting. Stay with us for updates.
And an update on a cyber attack at MGM Resorts. The company now says all of its hotels and casinos are operating normally. Now, that includes MGM National Harbor in Maryland. The news comes 10 days after MGM shut down reservations and credit card processing, all in an effort to protect its data. So for now, guests are still being asked to call to make a hotel reservation. The company is also waiving change and cancellation fees for reservations. That's happening from September 13th all the way through the 24th. And tonight in Ashburn, Loudoun County's new superintendent met one-on-one with several parents and school staff members.
Yeah, he's working to build back the trust in the community and also strengthen relationships in county schools. Our Northern Virginia Bureau reporter Max Marcilla joining us live today from Broad Run High School in Ashburn. And Max, he spoke with the new superintendent, and right off the bat, he said there was a big reason for wanting to do these.
Yeah, he said this was about building trust, something he said was really important considering how the tenure of the previous superintendent ended, which was with criminal charges filed against him. Now, tonight, new superintendent Aaron Spence said this was a really productive way to gain that trust and build relationships with new and long-term parents and staff members.
Obviously, trust and transparency has been a theme.
Tonight, Aaron Spence is working to improve that, meeting and engaging parents and listening to their feedback of the district that just named him superintendent.
These are all things that we know we have to work on, but it's helpful to come out here and hear specific examples and opportunities for us to really reflect on, okay, what do we do next?
After speaking in small groups, parents and staff members gave those specific examples of what they want Spence to address.
LCPS is failing at making sure every child is challenged. Chronic absenteeism by thinking outside the box.
Student safety was mentioned too, but the two sexual assaults by the same student at two different high schools, one of which was in this very building, was not discussed during the session. The independent investigation and its report unsealed by a judge last week said the district had an overly narrow view of its Title IX obligations. We asked Spence how he's working to fix that.
We have a new coordinator of Title IX. They've got investigators. We have a new process that's clearly outlined. In fact, I was in training with our principals yesterday. So we've been taking this very seriously, and we'll continue to take our responsibilities in that area seriously.
Spence and Loudoun County Schools will host 17 more community listening sessions, ultimately going to all 18 county high schools, with the last one in early April. Reporting live in Ashburn, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
All right, Max, thank you. As we saw right there with Max's live shot, another comfortable evening outside. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb.
Yeah, Janessa, another night to sleep with the windows open.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty fantastic night across the DMV. High pressure is in full effect. It stays in place for tomorrow, so almost a similar situation, but a little bit of cloud coverage for your Thursday. Really, it's noticeable clouds for Friday, so please enjoy the last few days of the summer season before we fully transition into fall. Partly cloudy skies. There's a southerly breeze, and so that is helping us warm up tonight. We have many spots. They're back into the upper 50s to lower 60s. Really, all of the DMV light winds, but the wind flow starts to pick up as we go into tomorrow afternoon. So mostly clear skies, a few spots that'll be into the middle 50s. Not forecasting any fog for tonight, so that's super beneficial as well. Regionally as a whole, Luray 51 for an overnight low from Woodstock into the lower 50s. It is a bit warmer from Anne Arundel County into Baltimore County as well, back into the 60s. We do have an approaching storm system that is now coming together. There is some uncertainty where the track will lie with this next coastal low. We'll time things out rain-wise and how much rain we will expect going into the start of your weekend coming up.
All right, Janessa, thanks. We'll see you then. Well, Prince George's County teenager is being charged as an adult after police say he brought a loaded gun to school today. They said the 17-year-old was found with that gun and illegal drugs at Fairmount Heights High School in Landover. Police said the weapon had an attachment that could turn the firearm into a machine gun. Meanwhile, Fairmount Heights is scheduled to have weapons detectors installed sometime next month. This is all part of the district's plan to get security screening technology at all high schools and some middle schools across the county.
And starting Monday, free at-home COVID tests will be available through the federal government. Now, this is a fourth round of tests to be offered to Americans, and it allows up to 4 free test kits per household. Now, you can place your shipment online on December 25th, and shipping is expected to start early next month. Delivery is free through USPS. The link to order the at-home test is posted on our website, dcnewsnow.com.